Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be too wise. I said, now, hey there.
Hey, thanks for coming back. Or maybe this is your first time. I don't know. My guest today is Blake Wexler. He is a very funny comedian out here in Los Angeles, originally from Philadelphia, big Eagles fan. Blake and I have been buddies for a long time. He's one of those people that, you know, every time he's on a show, you're on a show with him, you're just like so excited. He's so funny. He's so, I don't know, unique. His comedy style is very unique. He's very funny, very frantic, very just silly. And I just really like him a lot. Great dude. You'll hear how silly he is and how funny he is. Go check out his stuff on iTunes. He has a couple of albums out there, one called the Blake Album, his sophomore effort called Stuffed Boy, and the latest one is 12 Years of Voicemails from Todd Glass to Blake Wexler, and it is just that. He also has a podcast called Blake's Takes, for God's Sakes, and you should check him out. So please welcome Blake Wexler. Not like anybody would know who you are anyway.
No, or even after this.
Exactly right. So yeah, it's all just a ruse. But I had, we like. There's no theme necessarily, except that I want to do it late at night as much as I possibly can. And really, the thought there was to mimic after or before shows. This is kind of the state of the mind. The state of mind I would have been in, you would have been in, you know, this like later at night. And that's what I miss the most, man, is those conversations. So I was like, well, let me see if I can have that.
Replicate it. Yeah, of course. No, I'm like really happy to do this. It's great to talk to you.
So I only have that and then like one little hook where I'll explain. It's just like a little surprise quiz thing at the end.
Yes.
You know, that's it, man. Other than that, it's just how the fuck are you? What are you doing these days? You've been all over the place. I haven't been able to get in touch with you, and you've been dodging.
Yeah. I've been dodging bullets.
You've been traveling a lot, which I want to hear about because I have gone to, and I used to travel around the world constantly.
Yeah.
On planes, and I have been to Trader Joe's and the beach that's 15 minutes away, and that's it since March.
It's insane. Yeah, let me know. By the way, are we recording? I can.
We're flying. We're flying.
I love
now,
it,
baby.
Man, I was flying. Speaking of flying, I'm glad to fly into this conversation with you. You are a fly. My fly is shut. I am very happy to be. I don't have a fly actually because I'm wearing a onesie as I speak to you right now, and that's not.
What is
bit.
it called when you keep saying like fitting the word in? There must be a thing like the equivalent
a mental
of a
disorder.
pun. I can't stop finding reasons to say fly.
Yeah, I think it's a crippling, annoying personality flaw.
Okay,
yeah, man. No, I have been. It's weird. I'm very safe, like or like in terms of the pandemic, like definitely on the safer side with everything. But we have done 2 round trip flights, and we'll dress as like essentially beekeepers and hop on the plane with like these like hospital level masks and shields and all that shit, and then quarantine before we see our families. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, flying actually hasn't been as bad as you think. Like being in an airport is the worst of it. The plane itself isn't that bad, but because of all the ventilation they have, and everyone like really wears masks on the airplane, but in the airport it's the same. If you go out in public.
I would think if we didn't have to deal with the fact that so many people think that they don't need to wear a mask, if everybody was on the same page, it would kind of be like a camaraderie. Like, okay, listen, we're all traveling. We all know this sucks. We all know this is riskier than just staying home. Let's do this together. Instead, you have half the people dressed up in gear out of outbreak movies, and other people just running around like free mouthing it everywhere. And you're just like, well,
it's almost,
this isn't going to work, you guys. Like it's air, you dumb fucks. Like it's air.
Yeah, it's funny. The camaraderie thing is why, and I see other people do this too. If like I'm out for a hike or something, and someone's 20 yards away outside, I'll still, put the mask up just as a polite, like, I see you have your mask. I have my mask. We're not a threat to each other right now because we're so far away outside, but like, it's just a human being thing,
Yeah. And I guess like hiking, especially, there's parts where you can't avoid people. Like the only thing I have been doing most of this pandemic is running outside. And, I have plenty of room. I'm not running on trails. I'm running on the street, so I can literally cross the street. So, and that's it. But I mean, it's like, if we were all pulling together on this, everything would be so much better. But you're not only afraid of the virus, you're also afraid of people who are stupid and don't realize that basic biology works still, whether you want to believe it or not.
Right, exactly.
And then I want to be wrong, believe me. Like, when all this surge started again, I wanted to be like, I didn't want to be right that this is an actual thing, and probably getting together indoors is not a good idea. Like that's all.
Yeah.
Since March, other than being sick of this, nothing has changed. Literally. I mean, the fact that they invented a vaccine is awesome, but we're not going to get it for another 6 months at best.
Right. By we, you mean comedians, right? Like that demographic, stand-up comedians. We get it last. Yeah,
last. Absolutely last. So it's like we got another 6 months of we don't have a solution yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but I've been noticing lately way more people getting it, like that I know. So it's like closing in, and you're just like, hey, nothing's changed since March. Like the day they locked shit down, same thing. That's where we're at exactly today, except we're more annoyed by it. And maybe we know wearing a mask seems to help. Staying away from each other seems to help. But every time there's a big thing where people get together, what do you know? A month later, it just goes nuts. And I don't know.
It's crazy.
It blows. I don't want to have comedy with a layer of existential dread beyond what's already there. You know what I mean? Like what do you think about shows and stuff? You've been doing shows, but outdoors, right?
I did 3. So I agree with everything you just said, by the way. And then I guess like this has been 8 months, 9 months. I've done 3, and none of it was in Los Angeles. It was all in like Philadelphia and like outside of Philly. So I won't do indoor shows, you know, like I won't even hang out with friends indoors, you know. It's interesting. I was actually excited to tell you about this because I know like how your mind works, and it's so the setup. Two of them were at the Punchline in Philadelphia, which is in the Northern Liberty section, and they built this really cool.
It looked cool.
It was.
I saw video. It looked cool.
Often it looks like, you know, if you shoot it a certain way, you can make anything look cool. But the setup was a really creative space. They put like local art on the wall that they built. You know, it's just a wooden. Could have just been one of those wooden, you know, shitty walls, but they're like, no, this is going to be our space for a while. Let's make it look cool. The audience felt safe, you know, the way they were spaced, and it was all outside. And then the comedians all had their own microphones, and I, of course, brought my own microphone. And I think that's the thing I'm just going to do for now on, you know, like, especially if I'm headlining, like, why would I speak? Because microphones often they smell like a sneeze, you know, like they're just, it's disgusting. Like, why wouldn't we have done that before?
There's a nostalgia to it for me. Like I have that microphone that I've had that SM58 has done every Comedy Ahoy, every Brewing Comedy, every show I ever produced was that microphone.
Wow.
So it has a special like mana to it, you know, that I really like dig. But yeah, it is gross. Like if you think how many people put it in their mouths, people shove them up their ass, like
they drop them on the floor.
Oh,
like
it's a horror show. Like we all should be more germaphobes.
Yeah.
And I was also thinking how many comics, like legit comics, probably didn't have a microphone that was worth a shit of their own. Like,
no.
Probably.
I literally bought mine for that reason. Like, yeah. Like I use it for my podcast now, but it's like, no, when I do shows, it's the same microphone, you know, same quality, like the SM58. By the way, that mic that like, if you ever want to destroy that, you're going to need like the poisonous teeth of a rattlesnake to destroy that horcrux of a fucking microphone. The demons that like reside in that fucking thing. You can't kill it through modern means, and you need venom or some sort of dark medicine to destroy it. Yeah, it felt safe. And then, you know, the other venue, by the way, in terms of like my performance, first show back, I did, it's like 20 to 25 minutes. My riffing and stuff was sharp as ever. Like being in the moment, couldn't, maybe even more sharp.
Yeah, you're so tight, like psyched to do it, I would imagine, like a little like overhyped, right?
Yeah. And also that muscle where I still talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm still like riffing with, you know, like if you talk to your friends on the phone or, you know, like some other, like on my podcast or whatever, like you still do speak to people, you know, but the material, or it's not even stuff from it was like literally a joke that was 6 months old, you know, and couldn't remember certain laugh lines where that's a muscle that's atrophied is recall. And hitting, you know, the timing of a certain bit. Like I wasn't bad. I was like, you know, I was good. I was okay. But then the second show, right back to normal. Third show was amazing. So yeah, I think you just got to get that first show, and other comics have told me that too. Once you get that first show, like, you know, under your belt, your legs come back, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a real surge of appreciation. I just think we're a ways away, longer than people I think are ready to deal with.
And I think it's going to be very do-it-yourself. You know,
dude. Sorry, but how many people have you met at shows that like, oh, this is my first comedy show? Like they barely went to comedy shows to begin with.
Yeah.
Now, if half of them think they could get sick by being indoors, or the numbers just dwindle, right? So it's got to be, we got to get so far past it that we forgot it and get blasé about it again.
Yes.
Before it's like really like, okay, this is not even a thought in my head anymore during the show, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. And it is, what's conducive to a great comedy space, traditionally speaking, is couldn't be worse for a COVID situation. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what do you want? Like you hear these comics talking, like I guess myself included, what's a perfect space? Low ceilings, people packed in together, no windows, like no fuck, like just,
basically sitting on each other.
Yes.
Spitting on each other, laughing loud in each other's face.
You're spitting on the stage. Like that's a thing too, and this is, it's almost sacrilegious to say this as a comic, but it's like, God, I wouldn't why would you sit in and like the first 3-4 rows? Like I've seen myself on stage, like if I'm doing like an act out or something, you see the stage lights on you and you see spit flying out of your mouth. And under normal circumstances, that's unsettling normally, and then you add this shit on top of it. It's horrifying.
We tolerate a lot of things. If you've gone to a urinal in shorts, you recognize just how much splashback goes on.
Flip-flops. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's horrible. So knowing that now and being a little more cognizant of it, like it's almost like we should invent, instead of like a cure for COVID, we should invent something that turns COVID a color.
Yeah, like the
so you could just see it.
Yeah, like in a pool.
See it in the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'd be like, stay clear of that fucker.
That guy is as disgusting as he looks. You can't come near that guy. That guy's a fucking pig for sure. Look at this thing. Yeah, COVID disgusting. Ugh, that's just spraying. Yeah,
it's nuts, man. But I'm glad you got to do some. I did catch one of the clips of one of those shows, and like I said, the venue looked really good. I think Chappelle's doing a really cool thing with his outdoor stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw the new Kevin Hart special in his house.
I haven't seen it yet. Oh,
it's unbelievable. It's really
is that
neat.
Netflix?
Yeah, okay. I think so. And I mean, it's great. I thought it was great, but it's in his house. Like there's probably, I don't know, maybe 25 people in the room, and it's like, it looks like the size of like a small college library, like size living room.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. And his point was like, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck all of you. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, that's strong point. Like, and he just did a badass special in his house.
At his house. Yeah, man. It's interesting with Chappelle and him where, I would like to see people of less means do that as well, where, because it's not impossible where, I do think the easy thing to do, and this was the first thought that I had, where it's, of course Chappelle can do that. Of course Kevin Hart can do that. They're the two most successful people in the history of this business. Like they can afford the tests, they can afford to staff it, like blah, blah, blah. But, if you have a couple of fucking folding chairs and a parking lot, we were texting about this at some point. It's, I don't even know. Obviously it has to do with comfort level. Are people comfortable being outside, like with the situation and whatnot. But I think anyone can do it. You just need, how much is a speaker? How much is,
the setup is doable for sure. Where it gets a little wonky though is the ability to make it not even profitable, but breaking even and paying people, right? Because if you can only have 15 people, like where even if you were charging before $5 or something, what are you going to charge? 50?
Right.
Like the numbers just don't bear out to have a business. So it has to be, it can't be, at least for a little while, live can't be the means for anybody to get by, unfortunately. But from a financial standpoint, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know how these restaurants are doing it. So yeah, it's crazy. Like this is such a strange, unintended consequence. Like I never would have given this a thought. Even when people talked about pandemics and stuff, like,
well, it's like, it lasts a week.
You thought it would not last long.
Right.
And you know, we'd catch it, and it's like so much went wrong with the way this was handled that we're in almost uncharted territory, kinda. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, for sure. And also with I think, you know, there have been pandemics, but not in an era of I almost call it the information era of the
There's no
misinformation.
excuse that we let it get this bad this time. Given the tools at our disposal, that's the problem. It's just like, fuck, man, we had a playbook, we had communication, we have logistics. Like if China didn't tell us soon enough, that's fucked up. They shouldn't have done that. If we knew about it, which apparently we did, and we didn't tell everybody, that's fucked up. We shouldn't have done that. It's just like, man, we had so many opportunities to do this better, and hopefully we can fix that for next time, because there's no way this is the last one. This could have been way worse. Like, it sucks, but it's crazy. So I want to. That's the other part of doing like a podcast is I'm worried that my thoughts around what's going on are crazy. You know what I mean? And in isolation, you can be in an echo chamber, and you could argue that, you know, I wouldn't be friends with people if they didn't somewhat agree with me. I don't know a lot of completely other-sided folks because it seems like so straightforward to me.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
but I check me on it. Like, I'm like, I want to be wrong. I don't want to be this worried. I don't want to think it's this bad, but like, you say it's the flu and it's like the flu. It's like, okay, but think of your worst flu and how many days were you absolutely just wrecked? 1 or 2?
Right.
Okay, it's that day for a month.
Yeah.
You know, like, prepare for that if that's the case. I don't care if some people shake it off. Some people don't. I don't want to be the some people that don't. Like, and if all you have to do is be somewhat safe with a mask and out of people's face and stay home, and you have Netflix and you can fucking talk to people on Zoom, like, what is the problem? So I'm like, I don't know. I feel crazy sometimes, but I'm like, fuck, man, I don't think I'm wrong.
No, I totally agree. And it does make you, you know, second guess, you know, decisions you've made too, where like I voted for Trump twice, you know, and I'm totally kidding. But I'm like, yeah, obviously I voted for him the first time, but do I vote for him again? And I don't know. Yeah. So I did. And do I regret it? We'll see. We'll see when he's president for another 4 years. But I actually, in this bit, I don't know the results of the election. I just haven't been paying attention. No, it is to your point about like, am I losing my fucking mind? You know, I've been more careful than ever with getting like opinions on certain things. Like if I'm about to put like, so I'm like, I haven't like, you know, like announced it yet, but like, you know, I'm thinking about putting out like an album where one of those shows that I did back East was one of the best shows I've ever done. Nice. And I just happened to record it. And, you know, it sounds incredible. It's not like with high quality things. So like, you know, recorded with a high quality equipment. It's just like, so audio files will be like, it's not perfect, but it sounds crisp and perfect. So, to my ear, and there's certain things where like, oh, is it insensitive to release something during a pandemic? Is it okay to do shows during a pandemic? And then you run other things through your head. Like, so, I mean, that's specific to stand up, but to your point where how we're handling it as, you know, just regular people, it's, I think pretty, you know, everyone I know, or so many people that I know are like you, I'm like you, like the way I've been handling it. But then, you know, I have some relatives where they like, you know, don't take it serious. They're like, wait, so like you're gonna make us wear a mask when we like come by to say hello to like our elderly dad? And it's like, yeah, you know, like we're gonna make you wear a mask. And then, you know, there's certain people, even friends back on the East Coast, where they're like, well, we can do an indoor hang if it's just us. You know, what if it's just us? I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, you go to work. Like, I trust you. I don't trust your boss who you're in a room with, you know? So, but it's the kind of thing where it's all, it's rational people too. And it's like, well, maybe they're probably right. Maybe they're not seeing older people. It's a thing to where I think in general, as long as you're not putting other people in danger, do whatever the hell you want, but if that's the thing is like a lot of these decisions, you are putting people in danger, whether you realize it or not. So
you just don't know, man. I mean, if I follow like and the comedy the comedy part of the podcast will start real soon, everybody.
No.
Jesus Christ. No, like you just don't know who you came in contact with. But according to I can tell you for fucking sure that since March, there is not one person I've been around for more than 15 minutes in close proximity without a mask on. But I mean, if that all works, great.
Yeah.
I guess so. Based on current situation, I guess it has been working. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the logic. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. And but dude, like I've said, more than 70 million people like yourself voted for Trump.
Yes.
And
God, and even more
that weren't. Many.
Yeah, they won't be counted. Many more voted, and they refuse to count these votes, so they're hiding them.
Or they counted too many.
Yeah. No, that's the problem. They're dead. 90% of Democrats are dead who voted, and it's a shame that they're going to get away with this. But we'll be back. I don't even know who we is in this situation. This group that I identify with.
You know what else blows while we're on the topic?
Yeah.
Are the Eagles. I've caught some of them, and they're not good. No O-line, lots of bad decisions.
Anything. I know
that's a shame.
Here's another thing. Like, I mean, I was going to say not to bring it back to COVID, but why wouldn't I? It's it's obviously. I think all the NFL. I don't think all the NFL teams are dealing with the same thing. Everyone's dealing with the same pandemic. In my head, and by the way, the things I've said about the Eagles behind closed doors, into a microphone in print, have been disparaging, but I do at best. But I do wonder, there's a part of me that thinks there could be parts of this team and the way that this team works where COVID could affect the workings of this team in a different way than it could affect others. Like maybe Wentz does need more time with his receivers before the season starts than other quarterbacks. I don't know why that would be. I don't know enough about football, but maybe getting timing down with him.
I think 100%.
Yeah.
I think 100%.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, games like that, I mean, they're like, think about a good shortstop and second baseman's timing. And when there was those ones that could do it just so beautifully, so clean, so crisp, it's just because they know where they're each going to be. They predict each other's movements, and it's no different with football.
Right.
And like being able to read the way a guy runs and figure out where he's going to be, and is he going to catch it if I throw it low to the ground, or does this guy afraid to dive, like all that stuff that you just learn over time. I think I don't know how they plug and play these guys like that and expect to do well. It's crazy. But
can I 100% agree with you. And also I just had the idea for the fun, to me, the funniest sketch, which that's the first issue. And then second, it's so it's so out of the correct time. I can't even think of that phrase. What is that phrase? We're recording this late. It's untimely. What is that? It's so old fashioned. Well, here's a sketch. Maybe you'll figure it out. Okay. The idea is that it's the sketch, exactly what you just said, the timing between shortstop at a second base. A picture of this being on SNL now. But it's Jeter and Chuck Knobloch. And Chuck Knobloch, the reason why his throws were so bad, you see it from his vantage point. And there is just really horrifying things in the stands behind first base. So he goes to throw and sees Osama bin Laden sitting in the sixth row. And then like he sees like the devil, so of course he's going to overthrow. He sees all these horrible things. Now picture that sketch. First of all, the general audience would have to remember who Chuck Knobloch is. Then they would have to
pull.
It's such an odd deep pull. It's like all my sketches include late 90s American League East baseball players. It was just making me laugh so much. God, I remember seeing that as a kid. I was like 10 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, I've seen this guy throw the baseball correctly. Do you remember I'm so sorry for doing this to your podcast, by the way.
I love it.
Just the last thing anyone would want is like Chuck Knobloch for 5 minutes. But do you remember Chuck Knobloch hit? By the way, if you don't know, Chuck Knobloch was the second baseman for the
Cut
Yankees.
to him like, honey, my YouTube views are up. I don't know what's going on.
Where is this traffic coming from? What the fuck is happening? And he got a Chuck Knobloch YouTube channel.
Hashtag Knobloch.
Yeah. Chip off the old Knobloch. And he hit Keith Olbermann's mother with a ball. Do you remember that? Like they were sitting, I guess in the 6th row or like the 40th row, wherever the fuck he used to throw the ball. And he hit he hit Olbermann's mother in the head with the ball.
While Oberman was on ESPN?
No, he was at the game. I think he had an off day. Like it was like a day game. But yeah, he was like during his career, he was that on ESPN or MSNBC or I'm trying to remember.
I think both.
Yeah, I think
he started on ESPN career. And moved to MSNBC, and now he's on his own.
Yeah, good for him.
That I don't even remember how we got there, but I love it.
We were talking about the Eagles. Not too good.
Old timey sketch.
Yeah, an old timey fuck. That's so funny to me. Yeah, it's such a bummer. What a bummer that is. That's my wheelhouse. Yeah, it is interesting watching. So would you
the timing of the receivers and the timing of the receivers we talked about? Yeah. Think about it.
Would you go to a game? You would never go to a game, right? Yeah,
no.
me neither.
I listen, man. I love football. I love watching football. Mm-hmm. The Eagles are my team. But I have so much other shit going on that once they won the Super Bowl, plus now they're not that good, I don't let them occupy as much space in my brain as I used to.
Good for you.
I watched the game on Sunday. I appreciate it. I wish they were better. And that's about as big as I can get into it because, dude, when you're really into it, it takes time. Like you need to know people's names, like at least the way I watch the game. Like, I like to know what's going on. I played Madden simulated versions of the games, and like I really studied the game. I really like it, but it takes a lot of time. And like now it's all year. It's the draft. It's college with it, which I don't watch any college at all.
Me neither.
To know what's coming up. So like, there are people who know the college guys before they get to the NFL, and they're watching. Like I'm just like, no way. Like, there's too much, but it's just another thing that I just don't have the space for. But I love it when it's on, man, and I don't really care. Like I don't watch the other teams. Like I'm such a homer. Like now that if I'm gonna watch it, I'm like, I don't care about these teams. Like, doesn't matter. Like. The Rams are kind of interesting because they were always my backup team. I live in LA, and they're my backup team because of Heaven Can Wait, by the way. No other reason.
So funny.
The Warren Beatty movie. But like, they're fun to watch, but like, I don't know who's doing well. I think it's interesting that the Raiders have a team in Vegas. I think
crazy.
On any other year, what a fucking awesome thing to have an NFL team in Vegas, What
a story. And they have that brand new stadium. Same with the Rams, and they can't have people go in it. I bought.
That's when you know the pandemic's real. Like billionaires are losing billions and trillions of dollars, and they're like, we're not having people here.
Yeah, that's a great point. I haven't heard anyone articulate
if you think
that
they're
way.
In charge of everything, if you think the billionaires run everything, those billionaires are losing a lot of money. They didn't build that stadium, and 2 of them, and think they weren't going to fill it and sell $30 beers by the millions every year. Like, it's so much money. Think of everybody that anyway. Yeah.
I bought the like NFL package this
Yeah.
year for the first
Yeah.
time, because normally I would go to a
pretty
bar. It is great. And it's funny. I'm kind of like you for the past few years where in that I don't watch other teams, like the Eagles are enough, you know, and then I know everything about the Eagles. Like, I mean, the amount of stuff that I consume, like podcast stats, like I know who's on their practice squad. I know everything. I know what college they all went to. Like it's,
So you're deep on the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm sick in my head. But I don't have time to watch the other things. But now during the pandemic, I bought this fucking NFL package, and it was hundreds of dollars. And I ended up, was on the East Coast for like the first part of the season. So I couldn't even use it to watch the Eagles because I had it anyway. Yeah. So I spent all this money. I'm like, I gotta, and this is obviously like the theory of sunk costs or whatever, but I'm like, I need to get my money's worth out of this fucking this anchor around my goddamn neck. So I've been watching like games, not even enjoying them. Like I'm just like, I have this thing that I bought and I need to flip from game to game just to get some of the hypothetical money that is already gone and is not cannot come back, you know, like to get it back. So I've been watching more games than ever. I'll watch like all of Nick Foles games, but the problem is all the football I'm watching, everyone sucks. So it's all like, I don't know. Is
everybody bad?
No, there's some teams that are really, it's just the people I like. You know, the Eagles, Nick Foles, and Chicago. They've lost 4 games.
I heard Miami was good this year. So this is the year of the upside down, right?
Miami's good. The Patriots aren't good.
What about the Bucks with Tom Brady? Is he killing it down there?
He's been bad lately. Yeah.
How old is he though?
78 years old.
He's doing well.
Great. Yeah, he's doing really well. Good. For a 78-year-old, he's fucking incredible. Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah, it really is a incredible game to watch. Like the red zone on that package is really dope too. Like if you're just in the background, because it's just all good stuff a whole day from like. Yeah, it's really cool. I like that on a bye week, and it's like we have the game on Sunday, and we're doing other stuff. Whereas we used to go to that bar and watch the whole game and all that stuff. And it'd end up being like a 6-hour, $150 day. And I'm like, I have children.
If you're lucky. Yeah. Like, it's like, you actually would say that with regret and remorse, where like after the 6th hour, you'd say, oh my God, I have children. Have they been fed? Who's watching them right now?
We also paid a babysitter for years there too. So like, it was as much as I would always joke. I'm like, we had season tickets when we lived in Philadelphia. And when we got to California, we basically paid that much, except, we just went to a bar instead. And
God, that's so funny.
It was just as fun, honestly, a little less risky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody was an Eagles fan. The whole place you went to the Shack really cool. too. Did you go to the Shack or the Garage?
Shack was before me. Okay. The Garage I went, which was they had Yingling there, and that place was really cool. Yeah,
it was fun. Like the year we got our own table. What happened to that podcast, by the way? You did like an Eagles podcast where we talked about that.
I'll tell you off air. It's all good. It's all good. It's just one of those. Yeah, it came out great.
But we got like our own reserve table at the Shack, and it was like the day that we're just like, oh, like it was just such an amazing feeling to be a regular at a Los Angeles Eagles like bar that was so deeply ingrained. It was super fun. I mean, we still talk to a good number of the people that we made friends with there. That was like our family out here. So it's important and it's fun, but
you know what's funny? You just like a little background, like was like doing this like Eagles podcast, that I was recording, and Matt and Beth were like sweet enough, to appear on it, and the amount of time that you spend editing and stuff, the way you say the Shack, I've heard you say the Shack like 10,000 times, like in terms of your audio. So I almost just like had this weird moment where I was like, like just snapping like back to listening to like editing, where it's, I would imagine this happens with editors where you just get these like inside things in your head that no one can relate to, because you hear these things over and over and over again. I would imagine you build up some immunity to it at some point, as an editor. But as someone who generally, like I'll edit like my own podcasts and stuff, but it is a thing too where I'm like, the way you said the shack, because you say the shack in the interview as well that we did. I've heard that 1,000 times. I'm like, is this the interview that I did 2 years ago? What is this? What is happening right now? Where am I?
Your brain just snaps you back in time.
Yeah.
It's like an olfactory memory. It's crazy.
It is. Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of factories, we one of the shows that I did, as I always want to do, one of the shows I did back outside of Philly was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and there's this really cool venue called.
Is that
Steel
a little
Stacks.
town?
Yes, it's very, very small town. Uh-huh. A man named Jesus was highly valued there, and the venue was like the old Steel or Bethlehem Steel, like outside.
Oh yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to walk around during the day and just picture, that I'm sure, this just men in old, like flannels, like covered in soot working, like some guy's mangled arm getting caught in heavy machinery. You're just picturing all these things in 1899, I think it was created, and the building's still there. The performance venue is outside with it like cool factory and the smokestacks in the background. It's really, really cool.
That's pretty awesome. Was it how many people are they getting? Can they do that with
like COVID?
50?
COVID, it was like 50 or 60. It was like basically they converted a concert, like what would generally be a small concert venue, but limited the capacity to like a very small amount. So they had it's a really rare thing where they have a massive space that would hold hundreds basically, but they pushed it into a smaller. Does that make sense? Like they were able to space it where, in a really cool way. So, yeah, man, it's just outdoor shows. It's fun. And you did the show that I used to do. And we'll hopefully do again when this is over. Yeah,
you've been social distancing outdoor shows since before it was cool.
Yeah, exactly. And it still isn't. I'm waiting for it to be cool, maybe in a few years. But
what happened? Something happened. The show I did there, some guy ran through the doors or ran.
Oh, you were there for that?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was like a screaming match, and he ran through and dropped shit. I don't know. I think I was on stage when it happened.
Dude, that was my favorite. You weren't. Someone else was on stage. I think maybe you were gonna go up.
I remember. I came up after and then talked about it for a sec. Yeah.
Yes. Because the guy on stage was fucked. I remember it wasn't you because I remember how fucked over that guy was by that, and it was darkly funny to me as well. But so. With the show Matt's talking about, it was fucking packed. Like it was, this is pre-COVID, obviously, maybe 60 people in this small outdoor space. It was amazing. And they were hanging on every word. And then there was a commotion from inside the bar. The show takes place in this really cool outdoor patio. And this fucking wildly drunk man runs out and you just hear him go, "Man, fuck you then, fuck you." And he runs out and he goes, "Oh," and just it's literally like a sitcom where someone walks into a room and everybody just wheels around and looks at them, and he sees this like the comedian. He goes, "Oh no, fucking comedy, fuck," and then he tries to run through a gate which was locked, and he couldn't get out. And it turned, and he goes like, "Fucking oh, fuck you, ha ha ha, funny comedian." Like he was just a blackout drunk motherfucker. And then it turns out he was trying to skip out on his bill and thought he could escape through the door, but it was just into a massive comedy show. But the issue with doing a show outside is that you can't control what's going on outside the walls. Still affects the show, whether it's a motorcycle or fucking helicopter or something. And this guy is walking down the street who just got kicked out of the bar and heckling the comedian on stage from a block and a half away. And the guy didn't stand a chance. Like the comedian didn't stand a chance. He tried to like make a joke and then it was quiet. You'd hear this guy in the distance just going, "Ha ha ha, real funny comedian." And it was just like, you can't beat that. That guy was just, he was indestructible. He was so far away. That's so funny. Yeah, I forgot that you had to go. You did great after that. Like that's a hard thing to follow, but Yeah, that was
Comedy
that was the
Ahoy
best.
got my chops for dealing with
I know.
craziness, dude. That place was nuts.
I love that show.
That goddamn Instagram keeps reminding me that the world used to be fun. Like, look, this was you 2 years ago. It's like, you motherfucker.
It's like, don't show that.
But it came up with that Eagles game where we did the all Eagles comics with Eleanor Kerrigan and Sean Green and
Sean performed with a helmet on.
Yeah, it was fun. And the Eagles won because we were like, I hope they win because
Thank God.
it's going to be
Those
ugly
Eagles
if they don't.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Jordan Matthews, I remember, caught like the game-winning touchdown in overtime, and yeah, that was a fun one, man. That was a highlight in terms of like, I don't think I learned anything about my act that night, but just as far as a fun night, that was one of the most fun nights I've had in comedy. It was when are you going to do something like that? You know, it's you watch your favorite team win in overtime, and then you go do a show like with a bunch of fans. Yeah, it was great.
It could have gone horribly wrong because it was a packed bar of drunks for a football game late into the night because it was like a Monday night game, right? So would have gone till,
start at 10:30 maybe,
something like that. It was late. People were hammered.
And you can't start right after like, hey, that was fun. Like you have to have like some time to buffer.
A little bit of time to get set up. So to steal the attention of that group was, I never really guess I gave it that much thought. First of all, the Eagles won, so everybody was in a good mood. That helped. Because if they would have lost, it would have been a different show. But everybody was so excited. So it went really well. And but Instagram reminded me that we used to do that, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
It's going to be a while, but I think I do miss it. I do miss it horribly. So we'll get back to it, but I'm not going to do it if it's dangerous at all.
Yeah,
like it's just not worth it. Not worth it. But what do you think of the soundtrack on games? Like when there's no crowd, but it sounds like there's a crowd.
So I'm mixed on it. Where I prefer no sound, because it's like, oh, it's like we're here. You know what I mean? Like this is the situation. Like why pipe in fake stuff? But it is fun. If you're not listening to it closely, it's good. Where it does kind of feel like, for instance, when soccer, like I'm like a big like Liverpool fan, and I remember that came back and listening to it, because you basically have a crowd DJ who plays the sounds, and they're not good at it. It's the problem. So just a thing happens, and when you notice it is like the extreme of it, if like, oh, like a near miss, like, or like in football, like if someone missed a field goal, it's like, oh, it just doesn't, it's never the right sound. So just play background, like, just like you would have like crickets or something, or like, just have like it's just like rabble in the background, well, it's weird.
There's two things that, I don't like it. I wish they didn't do it at all. Yeah. It's jarring to me because I know it's fake. But the other thing to bring the Shack back is we had rules. If they scored a field goal, you didn't get the song. You didn't get the fight song.
Right.
EAGLES, Eagles. That's all you got with a field goal. And if they scored a touchdown, they didn't get the song unless they got the extra point. So it wasn't until a completion, like the whole thing, that they got the song out of the bar. So when I watch the games on TV, they try to pump in the crowd noise at the link, and they play the whole song after a field goal. Yeah. It took me right out. I was like, they don't know what's going on. That's not how it works.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen at the state. It's literally just EAGLES Eagles.
Yeah. So
lackluster.
I don't like it, and I would rather hear the game. I would rather hear what they're saying to each other. I would rather hear all the shit talking. Like, are we kidding now? Is this a family show now? If they curse, we're going to be upset. Like, kids aren't watching football. Kids don't give a shit about football.
No, and also it's like, okay, what's worse? Someone calling someone like a motherfucker, or seeing like a guy's brain slam against the side of his skull in a helmet? Like, what are you teaching these kids? Really,
We're gonna
You know,
watch
like,
the concussion show, kids. Come on in. Like,
yeah, no potty mouths though. Sometimes the football players, when their brains are rattling around, they say no words. It's like, what are we fucking doing? Yeah, it's
exactly. So I would
drives
like
me nuts.
them to mic them all up. I would rather just hear the game. Like, what's actually going on? What are they calling? What are they saying?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? Because I never played organized football, so I don't know what they're actually saying. I play lots of Madden,
Yeah.
but I don't know what all the things they say mean. They all have code.
Yeah.
You know, like the numbers they call and all that shit. It means something. I don't know what it is, but I would probably learn it more if I heard it more and you could hear it clearly and see what the defense does, and they could switch to the different players. And like, I'd rather that than a fake laugh track crowd.
I know. It's so,
But the players might need the crowd. It might be for them. You know what I mean?
But you can just pipe it into the stadium, I guess. Like,
But
yeah,
as
I
a
mean,
player, I always tuned out the audience or the stands or whatever. I mean, I didn't play.
I do that as a comedian.
lot, but like, yeah, you're not even listening to them. It doesn't matter what they think.
Right.
You just want to hear your own voice through a microphone. Isn't that what everybody does?
Look at me and shut up. Keep looking. Don't you say a fucking word. I like these Zoom shows, you know, because you can like mute them, you know, you can just have complete control. As a true sociopath, I'm also like 10% kidding. I'm being 90% honest, but yeah, it is. I don't know. It is interesting. Like, I just did a Zoom one the other night, and it did help. Like, it was just, you know, it was actually an Instagram one. So the host, like, I could hear her laughing, you know, but it was like definitely like a generous laugh. But, you know, just knowing that people are watching, I feel like it's not the same as having an audience. It can't be, it's
a different thing.
But it doesn't mean it's not productive. It's just different, like you said. So, you know, you do have that heightened sense of, in the moment, an ability to, like, your brain can do things in that way that it wouldn't do if you were just alone talking to yourself, you know?
I wonder if you could I haven't watched a lot of them, but I wonder if anybody's doing a thing which would be kind of funny, which was, look, we all know this isn't the same. So I'm going to try this joke with 3 different tags and you guys are going to vote.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because then it's productive. Like, should I say green, purple, or orange? You guys decide, and then that's going to be my, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that.
Yeah,
like you and Todd
that.
talked about, like, making it fun, making it interesting is all part of it. I'm going to try to do this for a while.
Yeah.
Just podcast for a while. But it's, life has been very interesting lately. I would have to say. Say it's been very interesting, and I can't believe you traveled so much, dude. Good for you. How is Philly doing?
I mean, they're fucking nuts. Like, Philly's really, during this pandemic, fucking really taken center stage, which is funny to think about. You know, it's hard to think about places outside, you know, here, like outside LA, because everything's so in your face LA all the time. But, you know, Philly essentially swung the election for Biden.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. And then, you know, like the BLM protests and like, what else did Philly do? You know, there's a bunch of some other Philly shit that was going on, you know? So these weird, like, Columbus statue protests and just people being morons. Like there's that viral video that just came out of some guy's ass. Like, he fought for 10 minutes with his ass out, like in a Wawa. It's just, for some reason.
That was not in Philly.
Oh, it wasn't?
The Wawa was somewhere where I didn't know Wawas were.
Oh, Florida, probably. Or Virginia?
South. Yeah, it was south. I don't remember where.
I know they're in Virginia, and I think Florida has some. And
fighting with your ass out sounds like Florida.
That sounds like, if I had to guess, Florida. I would go with Florida. Yeah, Philly. It's interesting. Like, man,
are you in the burbs? Is the family in the burbs?
Yeah. Families in the burbs. My girlfriend's family still lives there, and it was interesting too, where people were. It's not as strict here, where the judgment isn't the same. Where I think everyone does wear masks, and people do take it seriously, but there's not the same judgment if you're not. It's more of like, oh, this person's being a moron, Where here, my girlfriend, for instance, went to take our dog out for 10 seconds the other day, just right outside, our apartment, just had forgotten. She's such a strict mask person, had forgotten to take the mask off. Like, dog really had to go to the bathroom, runs out real quick. It's like, oh, fuck, I forgot my mask. I'll just let him pee real quick and go back in. Someone driving by sees her without a mask, just goes, fuck you, you, just flipping her off. And I'm like,
See,
okay.
I'm not even that extreme.
Yeah.
I like, if nobody's in my face,
mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just like, whatever, man. I won't impact you. You don't impact me. Let's keep it that way.
I get angry in my head. I'll be like, fucking moron, selfish shit.
There's that. But to go to the extreme of like giving somebody the finger and screaming at them, dude, I try not to fuck with anybody. I've seen like a couple, like I got accosted by a guy with a flag. He hung his flag out of his car at me once because I was driving my wife's car and she had a Planned Parenthood sticker, and he started screaming at me, and he hung it was like, I don't know, it was like Trump 2020 or a flag or some shit. He was like, baby killer. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just driving. Like, what's going on? You don't know who's. And then in New York this week, some young guys got in a fight, and the guy got back in his car and turned around and just hit the guy with his car and drove through a window with it. Like,
Jesus
smashed
Christ.
into a bakery. I was just like, what is going on? Like, you never know when people are going to snap these days. Everybody's like super high tension. So I'm not fucking with anybody. Like, stay out of my way. At this point, everybody, you don't know what people are going through. So this is the surprise quiz portion.
I love it. Let's do it. I'm excited.
And I call it that because you had no time to prepare, and there is no wrong answer, but you will be judged.
I'll find it. I'll find the wrong answer.
What from your childhood most impacted your adulthood?
Father's penis, mother's uterus.
Correct.
Thank you. I figured it out. What from my childhood? Fucking just trying to get a joke in. Most affected. I would say honestly, like the support of my parents, in that they let me start stand up so young. I started doing stand up when I was 15, and the fact that A, they thought that was a fine idea, and B, like took me to, because I couldn't drive yet, like would drive me to shows, and like being out here, it's not like you move out here and get a deal, so like the fact that like they've been so supportive, and through like ups and downs of it, like I would say that like especially their support in the beginning, I think it's like a huge thing for me. Where people always talk about parents where you can't be a good comedian if you don't come from a fucked up family, and my family's fucked up in ways other than not being supportive, but like that way they were actually like very functioning, like incredibly supportive, and then fucked up in other ways. So yeah, I would say definitely the support when I was a kid.
So when they drop you off at a comedy club, is it like dropping you off at the mall? Like, we'll pick you up later.
So that's hilarious. I wish, because it's kind of like the cool, like being a kid in the mall too, where you want to be dropped off at the mall and then they come get you. You don't want your parents walking in with you to the mall. But I couldn't go into these venues because they were all 21 plus, 18 plus, without a parent or guardian. So they would walk in with me, and I'd be like, Mom, let me talk to the perverts or what, the people over there. So they would come in with me, which was crazy.
This is my son, Blake. He wants to be a comedian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they like drive these weirdo like carpool to comedy practice. But that's the thing too that you don't really, or that I didn't really think about, is that it's not like now that would be strange in that I'm lucky enough to be at a point where I can go to a show. I can often ask to go up early if I need to, or something like that, or I can say no to a show if it's in a weird place. But back then when, like when you first start, and I still do these shows obviously, but you don't have a choice. So it's like, hey, sorry, you're the 30th comic tonight. You'll go on at 1:30,
Right.
and they're not shows on the weekends. They're on a Tuesday. So they dealt with that a few times, which is great.
So you think that them enabling you and supporting you to do what you thought, what lit you up or whatever, you're going to still keep doing that, like no matter what, which is, which is good. No,
I could have been a lawyer.
What do you think you would have done otherwise? What else would you be?
It's funny. I was actually just talking about this with my girlfriend. She's been trying to talk me out of the old career. No, I'm kidding. I think I would be a really good lawyer.
Yeah,
I think I would be like really, really good at it. So probably that. Like, I can speak off the cuff. Like, I enjoy arguing. Like, I can study something and get like a decent understanding of it. So I would say like a good trial, like cross-examining. I'm worried I would be like too mean, like where you see these law procedurals and it's like, you made the witness a sympathetic character, Blake. You can't call, the key witness a dumb fucking shithead, white trash idiot whore. I'm like, oh shit, I guess you're right. I'm going to be
over there with a teletype machine, like, and have the, Jesus. Could you read that back?
Coming out of it.
Please read that back.
White trash, he said. But I would say probably like lawyer, plus like where I grew up, everyone, I was lucky enough to go to college, and people, so many people just keep going to school. They go to grad school. Like that's people like, they just go from one school to another. You just keep going. So it's grad school, fucking master's, PhD, doctorate, pre-law, law school, whatever. So yeah, it wouldn't have been out of the ordinary.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I went to grad school and I really, really liked it, but not continuously. I think that would have been tough. By the time I got out of undergrad, I was ready to be done. I was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah,
But I loved grad school, and now I think about going back. Because there's so much access now, and getting a PhD, just because it'd be fun to, if my job was just to research and write and talk, like that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. You would be great at it.
I think I would enjoy it. I think I would switch though. I think I would switch at this point. I would do philosophy. I think.
I can see that for sure.
Like, those like old timey pictures of like not wizards, but like the dudes with the big dusty bookshelves. Not wizards. They're not wizards, but they're bald on top.
Yes.
Long flowing back.
Not a monk.
Definitely a robe. Not a monk. Not a wizard. Just.
I know what you're talking about.
You can picture it.
Yes, for sure.
Mahogany, dark ruby red robe. Yeah. Giant beard.
Right. Not a warlock.
Very dusty.
Just an allergy haven.
Yeah,
those people. Dust your goddamn shelves with that beard.
That, I think I could see that eventually going on.
With you.
Yeah.
Like that's your goal.
I think that's the
dirty
move.
Old home filled with your books. Yeah. I like it. I think that would be good.
But and just be like the weird old professor, I think that'd be fun. But it takes a long time to get full professor, I think. I think that's like...
And a beard.
25 years or something.
Yeah, you have time.
To get full professor? Yeah, maybe.
Well, then you'll have a full white beard by then. So I think the timing actually works perfectly.
If I start now, by the time I finish, the beard will be ready. But I don't know if I can move into a dusty bookshelved room or build it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a metaphor. You want to earn it? You want to earn your dirty bookshelves, or you just want to fucking buy one? It's the problem with our youth today. I just start rambling about.
Oh my God. See what happens? See what happens when you get tired?
Yeah,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
I love it.
So we can stop.
I want one more question. How about one more question?
One more question? Well, I only prepared one.
Well, I don't need any more. Let me ask you a question. Actually, let me ask you a question. So, are you aware that the way that your head is positioned over Barack Obama's face, that it looks like you are wearing, or President Obama's wearing a Matt Neal mask?
If I tilt perfectly, it lines up perfectly. Yeah, it's dude, I know it's not over yet, but I was watching the Lester Holt interviewed Joe Biden tonight for like a half hour.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
And you know, I was just like so relieved. Not because I think, Joe Biden, I think he'll be fine, but it was so nice to just hear rationality. Like, what are you going to do about the pandemic? Well, we're going to do this, this, and this first. We're going to talk about this. Mm-hmm. And then what are you going to do about, the vaccine? Well, we're going to do this, this, and this. These people are in charge. This guy did this, that, and the other thing. This woman did this, that, and the other thing. And they're going to do their job, and they're smart. And then they come out to the podium and they talk and they're smart. And I was just like, I can't believe how long we've put up with not having this.
Yeah. And no mongering, like there's no mongering going on. There's no like fear mongering. There's no inciting. It's just, listen, I'm going to do this. Hopefully it works. Like it's just, I don't know, like the phrase adult in the room is such a, like an overused phrase. And, just because someone is experienced doesn't necessarily mean it's the right experience. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean they'll do the right thing, but to have someone like that there, it's just it's a relief, like you said. And I
felt a weight come off, like, and I still have tension because it's like, well, he's still president-elect.
I know.
Why are we waiting until January 20th? This is a stupid game at this point. Like,
so stupid.
So what damage can we let him continue to do? So hopefully that will all go away. Mm-hmm. And I don't really want to think about politics anymore.
Or you can choose to. It would be nice to choose to think about them rather than have it like beating you over the head every 5 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be a good thing, and it's supposed to give stability and all that kind of thing.
It's supposed to be functional.
In that way, I'll think about it, but it's just like I don't want to be upset by it on a regular basis. And I keep just. First, it was a relief that for some reason all the networks just stopped covering him. Like, we're just going to turn him off now. I'm like, well, if you would have started doing this 4 years ago, we wouldn't be in this mess. Mm-hmm. Every time he lies, turn him off. We would have not heard from him the whole time. That would have been great.
No.
But okay. But just to hear Biden answer questions like with information is such a relief. I can't even believe it. Like, it wouldn't matter who else got elected. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Conversations with leaders.
Yes.
That'll be great.
A literal leader in the literal sense of the word. Do you remember? And it is very rare in politics where like when campaigning, you could do something that's like authentically funny. But Biden had that ad where it was Trump talking and going, hey, if he wins, you'll never hear from me again. And then immediately cuts to I'm Joe Biden and I approve this message. It's just so comedically perfectly cut where no matter what side you're on, like if I saw someone post that, about Biden, who obviously like I was on his side, I'd be like, God, that's funny. Like, God, that's fucking funny. It's just to immediately cut like that. It's like, shit, they have funny people doing things.
It's going to get nuts. I'm hoping it all goes smoothly and we get back to logic and get through this soon and can have shows again soon and hang out and shit. But it's always good to chat with you, man. I'm glad.
Yeah, man. In the meantime, this is nice for sure. We should if you ever have repeat guests, let me on again.
I am going to, because like I told you, the point is I just want to chat with people.
Yeah.
And check myself and check in, because I'm trying to stay away from social media because it's obviously not that good for you, and I wasn't that crazy on it before. I use it for what it's there for, but I was, everybody is subject to the doom scroll or the wasting time. Like you just do. It sucks you in. There's nothing you can do except recognize that you do it and stop. And, but this medium, I really dig this medium. So I'm going to keep just doing this. And
you should, man. Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll be listening.
We'll have several chats and hopefully not about dark bullshit all the time because
next one we'll do a silly one.
Yeah. I want to look back. I want to look back and realize that we got through it and just be amped and be ridiculous, but maybe it's the late hour. I don't know. But
who knows?
Whatever. It's all good.
It was great. Yeah, man. This was great, man. Thank you so much. And I think this is a great thing for you. I think, I enjoyed listening to this podcast, even though I interrupted it multiple times by speaking.
Do you want to leave any plugs? I will put all your albums and shit in the show notes.
Thank you.
And links to all that kind of stuff. But if you want to spew promo for a little bit, go for it.
Yeah, quick spew.
All 10 downloads need to know.
They do need to know. And congratulations on double digits. I can't wait for that as well. I have my own podcast called Blake's Takes, for God's sakes, where each week I take a subject from the topics of politics, sports, relationships, and leisure, and I do it by myself. I just give my take on it. It's like a solo podcast. Sometimes I have guests, and then a couple albums. 2016 album, the Blake album, 2018 album called Stuffed Boy, and then Todd Glass and I did a fun album where I released actual voicemails that he left me for the past 12 years. So it's called 12 Years of Voicemails from Todd Glass to Blake Wexler. So that's my spiel. That's my shit. Not bad for being half asleep, remembering. At one point I'm like, am I gonna remember the name of these albums correctly? These things that I put so much time into. But yeah, those are the ones.
Well, I would say good, and definitely release that Philly recording if you liked it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll send it to you when it's done.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. All right, sir. Have an awesome evening. And stop. Thank you, sir.
This was great, man. Thank you so much.
Before I begin, yes, I've got you under my skin. Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be too wise. I said, now, hey there. She won't throw a crumb to you. You think someday she'll come to you. Baby, better forget her. Her with her nose it all going?